Chick Hearn, along with Ruben Castillo and Rich Murata. We go to round 13. This is the longest fight that Duarte's ever been involved in. Right now, 13 rounds.
He's in superb shape, Chick, because he had Piñango hurt twice.
Got him down once. I'm sure his corner told him, just keep doing what you're doing. You can't get careless with this guy, Piñango. After he got knocked down in his last title defense, that was on the 22nd of November last year. He was knocked down in the 7th, came back to score TKO in the 15th, so he can do it. A right hand is bothering Piñango. He has no defense for it. He's worried about the left. There's enough of a jolt in it, but the right hand kicks harder.
Frankie has a tremendous right hand, and I like the way he's using that jab to set him up with it.
He's perfectly schooled for this fight, win, lose, or draw. And you got to credit Dan and Joe and Larry Goosen and all the other Goosen family members.
And look at Piñango come back, Chick.
Look at that blood starting to pour very badly now out of the right eye, falling down into and nearly going into the eyeball. On the left side, no blood now. But when it comes out of the left side, it does not go into the eye. Oh! Frankie ran into a straight right hand. There is no cut on Piñango, just a scratch. 13th round of a 15-rounder. To make it right on the money, we have got right now, at this second, 7.5 minutes of fight scheduled left.
Both of these fighters deserve to be the championship with this performance.
Nobody will ask for their money back, will they?
Not a soul.
Great fight.
There's absolutely no loser in a fight like this.
Lou Spada had his man ready, and certainly Duarte, under the 10 Goose people, he was ready. All right, 1 minute left to go here in round number 13. A good shot, another shot, combination shot, all to the head of Piñango.
There's still some spark in Piñango, Chick. He's getting away from a lot of those punches, too.
Be careful, be careful. He's one of those cobras. Before the fight, he said, I've never heard of Frankie Duarte. I've been showed his last few fights on tape. I think I face tougher men. I know one thing, I'm the champion. If he wants to take my title, he'll have to kill me. Well, killing is a bad word, but defeat him, that could happen.
He'll know who Frankie Duarte is after this fight.
So will the world. They knew 10 years ago. Now 12 years later, here he is. Final seconds of round 13. That's the end of the round. Frankie Duarte gets the raves of the crowd. Frankie said to me before the fight, I've made some mistakes in the past. We all have. I'm not ashamed about what happened. I've learned to accept my problem. That's the first step. I have one thing left to accomplish. That's to win the world title.
Frankie, we got it cinched.
Frankie.
You're champion of the world, babe. We got it cinched, Frankie.
You got to bring him up more, Frankie.
One man on the floor, only two on the apron.
Take a deep breath. Okay, take some water. Frankie, you got to work up the middle inside, Frank. Frank, you got to work up the middle inside. Come here. Go that other side.
The cool,
Got to work up the middle. Give the jab.
the collectiveness of the corner is amazing. And getting ready is another amazing man. The WBA bantamweight champion of the world, Bernardo Piñango. And boy, anybody that faults his effort would be doing a very, very big disservice. Both men have fought their hearts out. Only one can win. One may retain the title, the other may wrest it away. That's what we're here to bring you on the excitement of these television stations. 14th round, and again he stings him with the right hand, Duarte.
It just amazes me how both fighters still have that sting in that punch, Chick, after 14 rounds of gruel fighting.
The left eye is okay, the right eye starts to ooze crimson.
just curious how the other judges have it. If they have it more or less the way I do, Chick, he's going to have to score knock out Piñango.
What do you have it?
I've got it 124 to 119. Frankie, and he hits with a left hook.
Frankie scored beautifully and then walked into another left hook. Can't get careful, but neither can he sit back and wait. The fight's not over.
You can see the determination in Frankie's eyes, Chick. He wants his title bad.
5 minutes left to go in the fight. 2 in this round. The Goosen brothers told me Frankie was in top shape. They were right. But you still, if you're a Goosen handler, if you're Frankie Duarte, you've got to worry about the stoppage by a doctor. No doctor wants to stop it, but on the other hand, no doctor can let a serious cut that might impair his vision for life go on.
I don't think those cuts are that severe or that close to the eye.
I don't either.
So I don't think this is a world title fight, Chick. He's got everything in his favor. He's got to win it, so I don't think they should stop it.
Especially this late with 1 minute to go in round 14. Duarte has never been over 12 rounds before. He's rated number 8 by the WBA, and here he is fighting for the number 1 spot, the title. 40 seconds left in the round.
Sure, Frankie's been hit. He's been hurt. Piñango has too. But they're both still standing toe-to-toe, wanting to win this crown.
The corner of Piñango suddenly becomes quite quiet. I think they realize their man must score a knockout if the scoring by Ruben Castillo is even in the ballpark. Coming to the end of round 14. Good.
Let me get the sponge on him, Norm.
All right. The crowd, they have been on their feet most of the fight. They have seen a marvelous bit of combat. They have seen a fight fought the way a fight should be fought. They have seen 2 courageous men, one from Venice, California, one from Caracas, Venezuela. And you can bet the Venezuelan is not going to surrender this title easily. He's going to come out all 4 cylinders clicking on his machine.
Try to come up more, Frankie. Stay the pressure on him. Keep the pressure on him. Muscle him on the ropes. Don't let him sting you off the ropes. That's the last one, baby.
Round 15. 3 minutes from now, the judges from Panama, Puerto Rico, and Argentina will vote and make one of these men either the new champion or still the bantamweight champion of the WBA. Both men score with punches as we start the round.
I have to say something, Chick. A big factor is going to be the judges. They're all from on the other side of the country, out there where Piñango is, Venezuela, Panama. That might be a big factor in this fight.
Don't even breathe that into it. I don't believe that. I think these men, if they're any carbon copy of the referee, I think we're going to get a very just decision.
I sure hope so, because this is a very good fight on both fighters' part.
That's right. Left in the fight. Chick Hearn and Ruben Castillo and Rich Murata from the Fabulous Forum. And wherever you are, aren't you glad you paid a view? And aren't your neighbors sorry they didn't? We'll have more of them for you. Probably involving Frankie Duarte. In fact, maybe involving Bernardo Piñango and Frankie Duarte. They will hold each other in high esteem after this fight. I really hope that the 3 points that were taken away from Piñango doesn't cost him the title. and gentlemen, from the Fabulous Forum, time for me to tell you there is 1 minute left in the fight.
You can rest assured they're going to shower this ring with money, Chick. Well deserved.
Piñango got $65,000 for this fight. Duarte fought for $15,000. His next payday may be much bigger. 40 seconds left. And Duarte punching as well and as hard and as often here in the 15th as he did in the first. Everyone wondering how the judges will see the fight. The old adage of boxing, you got to beat the champion to get his crown by decision. What do you think, folks? Did Duarte beat him? The fans here, yes. Very, very biased.
10 seconds left.
California. But what do you think wherever you are around the world as we get down? 1 second, 2, it's all over.
What a fight, Chick. What a fight.
Both corners lift their men up in celebration. Both corners seemingly think they have won. The corner of Bernardo Piñango thinks they have maintained the championship of the WBA. And over... Oh, boy. I just got hit in the head with a coin. That cut me?
Yeah, little.
See if you can get me a towel or something, will you? They're throwing coins, and one got me right in the forehead, cut me, and I hope nobody gets their eye knocked out. It's an old boxing thing to throw coins in the ring, but there's some people down here could lose an eye. We'll be back with more in a minute.
This bud's for all that you do.
Today, a landscaper. Tomorrow, a college student. Yep. Finally took your advice, Mike.
You taught him
Already you're
all
smart.
you knew. They say he's a lot like you. Yeah, you make America work, and this bud's for you.
Here's to you, Beechwood Age, for that clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
To a future architect. And to a brother who made it possible.
This bud's for you.
Okay, we're at the Fabulous Forum in Inglewood, California. I don't know how many people were injured with the flying coins. This announcer got a slight cut on the forehead with the edge of a quarter that came sailing from the high heavens, and by the time they get down here, the velocity is unbelievable. But that's the way they do it at fights. And what they're actually doing is throwing money into the ring, appreciation money that the handlers of the fighters will pick up and divide and take it to the respective fighters. Neither fighter at this moment would care much about those quarters and dimes and nickels. But it's the gesture, it's the idea. There are some bills being thrown into the ring. Over in the corner of Piñango, you know there's great consternation, great concern. He, like Frankie Duarte, is to be congratulated on a tremendous defense of his title, whether he holds on and gets it or not. And conversely, the same can be said for Frankie Duarte. 32 years of age and 5 months, he will be the oldest man ever to gain the title in the WBA bantamweight division. Obviously, with the men totaling their scorecards, we have Rodolfo Hill of Panama, Roberto Ramirez of Puerto Rico, and Juan Mejo of Argentina. I can't say enough about the great ring work of referee Hubert Earl of Canada. And I'll bet you that both corners would say the same, despite losing 3 points for low blows. They were all such very obvious low blows. Let's go now to Jimmy Lennon Jr., and here's the minute you're waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just seen an outstanding 15 rounds of World Championship boxing. No matter who the winner is, they both deserve a hand. Frankie Duarte, Bernardo Piñango. After 15 rounds of boxing, we have a unanimous decision. I will read the point totals. Judge Roberto Ramirez scores the bout 142-141. Juan Mayo scores the bout 145, 140. Rodolfo Hill scores the bout 143, 140. All in favor of the winner and still WBA Bantamweight Champion Bernardo Piñango.
Ladies and gentlemen, a stunning decision. A unanimous decision. And the winner and still champion, Bernardo Piñango. And now I must reflect back on something that my colleague Ruben Castillo said in the 15th round. With 3 officials coming from overseas, Panama, Puerto Rico, and Argentina, would Frankie Duarte get a just decision? Well, we will have to leave that judgment to you. The crowd is in a turmoil. They're chanting obscenities. Ruben Castillo is in the ring. They're having trouble getting still champion Bernardo Piñango into the interview area. Now they do. Lou Spada is up there, the trainer of Piñango. Let's go first of all to Rich Murata with a very distraught Frankie Duarte.
Frankie, I can only imagine that you're upset with the decision. Am I correct?
Yeah. I had no idea I lived 10 miles away from Panama.
Frankie, did you feel you were in control most of the fight?
No, there were some rounds where I was laid off a little bit, and he had, but as far as the pressure went, landing the better punches, yeah, definitely. I thought he never hurt me, guys hurting him.
Frankie, in one of the later rounds, I believe it was the 11th, you put him down with a right hand. Did you feel you had him close to going at that point?
Well, he was real hard to hit, moved his head a lot. I thought maybe, but man, it's pretty hard to catch him. It's hard to hit.
Frankie, how much did the cuts bother you?
Not too much. No,
Were you discouraged by the cuts early when you got them?
At first, as I got them early, I thought, they'd hamper me. But after a while, I said, they won't bother me.
Okay, well, I know it's an upsetting moment for you, but you put up a tremendous fight. Congratulations on that anyway, Frankie.
Thank you.
Let's go back now to Chick.
All right, I thought that he controlled his emotions very, very well. I think that he wanted to say some things that he didn't say, and perhaps just as well. He's always been a gentleman and a scholar. He still is in our book, Frankie Duarte. Now let's go up to Ruben Castillo, and he's going to have to, of course, get an interpreter up there.
Thank you, Chick. I'm going to ask Piñango what he thought of the decision. ¿Qué pensó usted de la decisión?
La verdad, yo pensaba que la decisión iba a ser mía, ya que yo vi que estaba pegando con más efectividad. Claro está que veo que el árbitro se precipitó un poquito al no contar estos golpes, o sea, contar los golpes abajo, nulo.
He said that he thought he'd won the fight. He thought he'd won the decision. He didn't think they should have taken the points away from him that were low blows that they counted. They took away from him, so he thought he won the fight. Señor Espada, ¿usted cree que el Frankie ganó la pelea?
No, Piñango ganó la pelea decisivamente. Piñango won this fight because it's ridiculous also. This kind of 3 points from the referee. The most that in those rounds, the most that Frankie Duarte can do is to draw those rounds.
You don't think that Frankie won the round that they took the points from?
No, there were many rounds that maybe he drew the rounds because the point that the referee, I don't know why, was discounting all 3 points. That is ridiculous in a title fight.
Senor Espada, what do you think about a rematch with Frankie Duarte?
Well, we can give a rematch anytime he wants because Frankie Duarte and his people, they are nice people. And we are professionals, and we don't have any problem to give a rematch.
Well, it's a very good sportsmanship on your part.
Thank you.
Back to Chick for ringside.
All right, the decision unanimous. Bernardo Piñango defeating Frankie Duarte and retaining the WBA Bantamweight Championship of the world. We'll be back with more fighting in a moment. Jimmy Fernandez and Gilberto Sosa, a 12-rounder.